Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Huber begins now.
Good evening, everyone. David O'Byrne is officially quitting as Labor leader following sexual harassment allegations. For more information, we cross now to our reporter Ruby Kemain. Good evening, Ruby. Quite a short-lived leadership.
That's right, Louise. The member for Franklin was made party leader just under 3 weeks ago, but announced his resignation from that role this afternoon. David O'Byrne stepped aside on Wednesday due to an investigation into allegations of sexual harassment involving kisses and text messages he says he believed to be consensual at the time, also saying he has written to the woman and apologised. The MP kept tight-lipped today, but issued a statement saying he intends to remain in the House of Assembly as the member for Franklin, and he'll neither seek or accept shadow portfolios. Now, he'll tender his resignation at the next caucus meeting, which could be sometime this week. There has been plenty of speculation over the past few days on who could take the top spot, including his sister Michelle O'Byrne or even former leader Rebecca White. Shane Broad, who challenged Mr O'Byrne for the leadership, says he's currently having discussions with his colleagues. We spoke to a political analyst earlier today on how the party will repair itself after yet another scandal.
I think they're looking for a solution of a leader that can carry on till the next election, but also they have to look for a leader that will bring the party back together again. They do need a strong solution, permanent solution, and I'm not sure that's going to come out of one meeting.
So Louise will have to wait and see who will put their hand up to become Labor's next leader in a matter of weeks.
All right, thank you for that, Ruby. Residents in a northern Tasmanian town are concerned about the impact of a potential mining exploration licence in their area. They say it raises questions about the way permits are granted, with landowners not directly consulted until afterwards.
Zara Stanley moved to Frankfurt when she was 15. She's never left.
I've got a veranda that overlooks all of my paddocks, so I can see my horses and my cattle, and yeah, it's beautiful, it's peaceful.
Residents are concerned that could change. It's one of 10 areas recommended for Victorian company Stellar Resources to be granted a mining exploration licence.
Well, it's all unknown, like what's going to happen, we don't know, we haven't been told, we've had not much notice to even get any information together.
They've only heard about it because one resident spotted a public notice and informed others through social media. They're yet to be contacted by the company or Mineral Resources Tasmania.
I would expect a letter or an email at least, something in your mailbox to let you know. There is community members out here that don't have social media.
By letter would have been the easiest way to let everybody know about it.
Stellar Resources said today they'll consult any landowners before testing begins. The mining minister refused to comment on whether he believed regulations should require residents to be contacted directly before a licence is granted.
It's open to public comment and feedback, and I certainly encourage that from those that have an interest in this area.
Residents have until the 16th of this month to lodge objections to the recommendation. However, that comes with a charge of $46.20. Guy Barnett also refused to answer why the fee is in place.
To be honest, I think it's all box ticking on the government's part. Due to the amount of people that they need to have to object to it to be able to stop it.
Josh Duggan, 7 Tasmania News.
The next round of land care action grants have been awarded to farms across the state. 28 landowners will share $250,000, allowing them to go ahead with various projects, such as the creation of tree shelter belts to protect livestock from adverse conditions.
We find with the trees, with good planning, we can provide not only biodiversity outcomes, but also really good outcomes for agricultural productivity.
These grants are really important to Tasmanian farmers as a fantastic way of allowing people to move forward with projects that they probably otherwise maybe wouldn't have been able to completely fund themselves.
The TFGA says it has had overwhelming demand for the grants this year, with more than half the proposals knocked back. A Launceston family is pleading with the community to help find their dog, which has been missing for 5 days. The beloved animal is more than just a pet, also playing a special role in helping them get through a very tough period.
Enjoying a cuddle and a scratch, this pooch has stolen the hearts of the Gibson family. 3-year-old Ruby may just be a small dog, but her owners say she has a big heart.
She's always there next to us. She follows us everywhere. She's always there for a cuddle.
Always close by, her owners are now desperately searching for her. The Griffin missing since Wednesday after escaping outside Tio Rico. David Gibson had tied her up outside, but minutes later she was gone.
Some young girls inside Tio Rico went out to pat the dog. They came back in and said, "Oh dear, I'm sorry, but the dog's escaped."
Ruby was last seen on West Tamar Road. Her disappearance coming at a time when they need her most. David is currently battling a brain tumour, with Ruby helping raise the family spirits.
And she's really been our rock through that. So, she's a really big part of our family.
Her absence also felt by their other dog.
The first day that Ruby went missing, Tony was looking everywhere for her around the house.
Their Facebook appeal has been shared more than 200 times. While thankful for support, their concerns are growing.
And the weather's getting colder and a really cold night tonight, so we're really fearful for her safety.
John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
There are calls for more Tasmanians to fill positions amid a reported job vacancy blowout across the state. The Small Business Council says there are currently around 6,500 jobs vacant, the highest it's ever been, labelling the situation a jobs crisis that the council has never seen before.
If you don't have anybody to do the work, you can't turn over the work. You've got to have people to help you make the money, and we need people in our businesses.
Also saying employees often struggle to find workers with the right skills or training. A celebration and exploration of local Aboriginal culture has taken place as part of Festival of Voices. The Ngari Nyara exhibition marking the first day of NAIDOC Week, with performances, creative workshops, food and art displays, while showcasing this year's national theme, Hill Country.
For families to come and meet us, to come and see these incredible creatives that we have, to support the musicians coming through, but also to deepen their knowledge and connection to country and to Aboriginal culture.
NAIDOC Weeks runs until July 11, with events taking place across Tasmania. In the NPL, Glenorchy has slipped to second place on the ladder after being held to a draw by South Hobart. Reigning champions Devonport are now back on top after a comfortable win over Olympia, who finished the game with just 9 players.
With the Strikers putting the pressure on both Glenorchy and South Hobart, their clash was a crunch match. The undefeated Knights breaking the deadlock just after the half-hour mark.
With the near post, Geordie Muller there and puts it in towards the back of the net.
In a tight, intense affair, Glenorchy appeared to have done enough, but South managed to steal a point through one final thrust forward.
Divon in the 94th minute. Josh Divon off the bench.
That result meant Devonport could go top if they beat Olympia. The Strikers opening the scoring after just 5 minutes in scrappy fashion. Their second was a touch of class. Olympia's day got harder just before half-time after conceding a penalty. Kobe Mosjogiannis sent off for the challenge, Brody Dennehy converting from the spot. The Warriors finishing the match with just 9 players, Vincent given an early shower after a late challenge. Devonport recording a comfortable 3-0 win. At Kingborough, Clarence scored a gritty win over the Lions, the only goal coming in the 78th minute through this cool finish. The Lions nearly stole a point in injury time, but were denied by some desperate keeping. Kingborough now without a win in 4. And in the Northern Derby, 2 first-half goals put Launceston City in a strong position. Fletcher Fulton, however, gave Riverside some hope in the 68th minute, but 3 goals in the last 10 minutes halted that comeback, City routing their local rivals 5-1. John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
And in local basketball now, Launceston returned to form in the NBL, won last night with a hard-fought win over Geelong. The Tornadoes started strong and led by 9 points at quarter time, but the Supercats fought back and were level with a quarter to play. The contest going down to the wire with the home side able to hold on 73-70. It was better news for Geelong in the men's, defeating the Northwest Thunder 98-70. A 23-point-8 the second quarter blitz from the away side, helping them to victory.
Good evening everyone. Another cool day today with Devonport the top of 12 degrees, 11 in Launceston and Burnie and Hobart 9. Lyowini started off with a frosty -4 this morning, the state's minimum, then reaching 5. King Island, St Helens and Friendly Beaches all 12, 11 on Flinders Island and in Lowhead and Strawn and 9 in Grove. Extensive cloud can be seen through Bass Strait and over the southern half of Tasmania today, while patchy low level and high cloud extends over the northern parts. Across Australia, middle to high level cloud extends over the southeast of the country as a frontal band moves over western and southern New South Wales. Tomorrow, a ridge of high pressure is to the west of Tasmania, which is associated with the high over South Australia and the New South Wales border. West to southwesterly winds tomorrow 15 to 25 knots, reaching up to 30 knots about the northeast during the morning. And there is a strong wind warning current from the northern tip of Flinders Island to St Helens Point, and also from Tasman Island to Low Rocky Point. Possible showers and 11 in Hobart tomorrow, Dover 10 degrees, 9 in Ooze. 13 with morning frost in Launceston, Devonport reaching 12, mostly sunny and 11 in Scottsdale. Burnie and Stanley both 12 and partly cloudy tomorrow, 11 in Strawn, and in the east 13 in St Helens and Swansea and partly cloudy and 11 in Ross. Looking on to Tuesday now, showers about the west and south extending statewide during the day. Morning frosts on Wednesday with light showers about the north and west, and on Thursday those frosts and showers continuing. 14 in Adelaide and Melbourne tomorrow, mostly sunny and 12 in Canberra, sunny in Sydney, Brisbane 20 and sunny and 30 in Darwin. And currently Hobart 8 degrees and cloudy, showers and 7 in Launceston and 9 degrees in Devonport and cloudy there as well. A few wet days ahead, Louise.
It certainly is winter. Thanks for that, Chelsea. That's all your news for now for this Sunday evening. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a lovely night. Good night.